Hey groovy gardeners, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about propagation and propagating your plants, reproducing them. Now, we're just going to go over a few plants that are real easy to propagate. Let's start off with celery. I think celery is so easy to propagate. The reason why is because if you see, the cut is where I harvest it from, but the whole stalk is about right here. And then here goes another one, and then on this side is another one, and then in the back there's another one, and then same thing here. This looks like maybe this might be one stalk. I've already propagated those, but if you see multiple stalks here, there's one here, and all you have to do is just dig a hole right here and then show the root, then pull it out, and then you could just go ahead and plant it somewhere else. Here's an example of celery that I propagated. It's finally coming back. I just stuck it in the dirt, and then what will happen, it'll actually die because it's stopping the energy from going up, and it's now producing roots. And then once the roots form, then it'll start to shoot your celery back up. Next would be mint. This here is chocolate mint. This here is spearmint. This here is orange mint. Back here. This here is orange mint. And all mints are pretty easy to propagate. All you have to do is grab these little runners that are here like this. They shoot out runners that'll run underground, and you could just pull them up from under the root and go plant them somewhere else. Really easy to propagate. So if you have one mint, you can turn that to many. Now, pro tip here, don't put mint in your garden beds like I did. They will take over. And you can't get rid of them. I thought it was a good problem to have till it really happened. Then they kind of like compete with your other plants because they will grow all around your plant. But I also look at it as a positive. It's like live mulch. It'll cover the top of your bed, and you can kind of chop and drop it if you don't use that much mint, or you could use more mint, whatever's up to you. Let's find another plant that's easy to propagate. Chamomile. Chamomile is a very easy plant to propagate because, like tomatoes, these flowers will grow a lot of flowers, then it'll get heavy, and then it'll fall like that. And then once it touches the floor, after a week, it'll start rooting, and then root to the floor and create more and more chamomile. So all you have to do is cut this guy, throw it in the dirt, it will root. Okay, chamomile is very easy to propagate. Very. Now, this will take over your garden bed as well, but it's a lot easier to get rid of. So I recommend using it. Smells great as well. Kale. Kale is a very easy plant to propagate. All you would have to do, you could just take cuttings, like the ones that come from here, and they'll come out as a stalk. You can cut them, or you can chop the top off and then just replant them like that, and they'll grow. So kale is a very good plant to propagate. It's real easy. um it will do cut and come again. So I recommend you guys try to propagate your kale. If you like the variety, you could keep it in your garden. Put it, like, now I'm gonna have to start getting rid of some of my leafy greens because it's getting too hot. They're causing pests. So the few strains I like, I may just propagate them and maybe put them in a real shady area that they'll thrive in. Let's find another plant that might be easy to propagate. Lemon balm. I've actually never propagated lemon balm, but it grows so rapidly, I wouldn't imagine it would be hard. So I'm gonna start looking into that, and I'm gonna try to propagate some lemon balm. Raspberries. Raspberries are very easy to propagate because they pretty much propagate themselves. They don't need any help. If you plant it here, it'll probably show up here, and then it'll show up here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and then there, and over there. Yeah, propagates itself. Raspberries. Blackberries. Another easy plant to propagate. Very easy plant. Once again, does it itself. I planted one blackberry plant here. Where's it at? Here. Right there. There's not even a plant there anymore. But it's now, as you can see, stemmed off here. Stemmed off here. Stemmed off that way. So now it's just pretty much growing blackberries everywhere throughout my berry patch. So it's even went past my berry patch over there. So is the raspberries, and more blackberries over there. So raspberries, blackberries propagate themselves. So be careful putting them in your bed. Okay? They will take over. But they propagate themselves, so it's a great problem. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are very easy to propagate. What you do is you let these little armpit stems grow out, and what they are, they're a whole nother plant. People think they're just like a little stem coming out. No, that's a whole nother tomato plant coming out of there. Once it gets big enough, you can actually take it out and just throw it in the dirt like I have right here. And of course it'll go through transplant shock, but if I water it well enough, it might grow. It's very hot out here today, so sky probably might not make it. But very easy to propagate. Tomatoes. You don't always have to just throw it right here. You can put it in a pot and put it, in a more proper spot. But it will catch root if you do it the correct way. Bamboo, guys. Bamboo is a very easy plant to propagate. Once again, it's a plant that propagates itself, right? But you can just take one of these, break it off, stick it right in the dirt, as I have here. It might die and then reproduce and grow more different bamboos. Very easy to propagate, guys. Very useful plant. Grow some, definitely grow some bamboo. Sugarcane. Sugarcane is a very easy plant to propagate. Very easy. All you got to do is get some, maybe one cane, right? You can buy it from the store or whatever. Lay it sideways. Matter of fact, you can chop it up into different pieces, lay it sideways, and then each one of those will grow, right? I just had one and stuck it in the floor and laid it sideways, and here goes more sugarcane coming, right? Lemongrass. Lemongrass is another real easy plant to propagate. Um, it's a grassy type of plant, so once again, it'll propagate itself. Um, Not too much. It'll just grow a lot, but you can separate it, take it from where it's at, and put it in a different area. It'll continue to grow where it's growing, and it'll grow wherever you take it, right? Fig tree. The fig tree is one of the easiest trees to propagate. That is for sure. All you need is a little cutting, something of this size, and it'll root. Maybe something of this size. If you were to get just this, take that off, you can get that to root no problem. Take off these two big leaves. Leave this leaf. Watch the plant just flourish. You have a whole new plant, fig tree. Here are some Oliveiras that I've transplanted. They are going through shock right now, and they don't get much water here, but they're more of just going through shock. They'll be waking up pretty soon. But Oliveira, one of the easiest plants to propagate. If you guys don't propagate your Oliveira, start today. Start today. Go to your Oliveira, your mother plant, and they produce puppies from around them, and you could just dig in the dirt, separate them, and throw them in a different area. Sunflowers, very easy to propagate too. At the end of the season, when they grow their flowers, inside the flowers are seeds. You could leave them, let them fall. They'll drop the seeds and grow, or you could just harvest the seeds and then cast them back into your garden. These are some plants that I propagated and threw right here. They're going through transplant shock, but they're waking up. Oliveira, guys. Let's talk more about it. Oliveira. Very easy to propagate, guys. Like I said, this is one of those plants that propagate itself. As you can see, you got like a mother plant like this will be producing these small puppies. Here's another example where a mother Oliveira plant will grow puppies, right? And they'll propagate themselves. You see these puppies just shooting out of here. They'll propagate themselves, and all you have to do is get one of these little puppies, dig in there, and then you could just pull it straight out from the root and replant them somewhere else in your garden. Oliveira, please propagate your guys' Oliveira and use it as well. Cilantro. Another very easy plant to propagate. Propagate your guys' cilantro. Hey, wanted to show you guys how I propagated the tomato that I was talking to you about. You do want to make sure you take away these armpit puppies that they produce to get more better tomatoes. But here, sorry for the horrible camera, guys, but see, this is a whole new plant that comes from the tomato. And to propagate this, all I'm gonna do is take it to a new spot. I'm gonna get rid of this bottom leaf. Right, let's get rid of this leaf too. Oops, I ripped it. Sorry guys, using one hand. It's fine though. And all I'm gonna do is just propagate it. Throw it straight into the dirt. And it has the opportunity to make it or not. But as long as I don't leave it up to me and say, no, it's not gonna make it, it's just gonna die, then guess what? Then it's never gonna even be tried. And I do this for all my tomatoes. So even if just 2 or 3 of them survive, I got 2 or 3 more of that same variety of tomato. So propagate your tomatoes. Oregano. Oregano is very easy to propagate. Let me show you why. Your oregano will actually root as soon as it hits the floor, just like a tomato would, right? So see, as soon as it hits the floor, it starts rooting, right? So all I have to do is take this. Let's see if we get some more. Got this. Alright. Now I just wanted to give you guys some examples on how you wanted to propagate this. Alright. So I have two pieces of oregano. And I'm here at my drawer where I said I like to start seeds. But I'm actually gonna start a new oregano plant that I could plant in the backyard. Look at this potato. There's a potato growing there. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. But I'm gonna put the roots down first, right? Same thing here, roots down first. And then I'm gonna try to, sorry about the horrible camera angle, guys. Oh, sorry, I'm digging up potatoes. Look, it's more potatoes. And more potatoes. A lot of potatoes. Oh my god, there's worms. Oh my gosh. See, guys? So what happens when you grow organically, you could grow well. Oh my gosh, I'm digging up a bunch of tomatoes. Potatoes, not tomatoes. This is crazy. I didn't even realize these were here growing, but okay. I'll take it. I thought I only was growing them in this bed, right here. But I guess not. So now all I did was attach those to some dirt surface areas so they can root again, and then they should grow from here. And then once the root ball gets bigger and the plant gets bigger, I'll transfer it to my backyard, where I could have oregano growing in my backyard as well. Here are some more sunflowers that I propagated here to the front of my garden so it can attract pollinators when they start producing their flowers. Alright guys, propagate your guys' Oliveira. Propagate it. Grow it everywhere. Grow it everywhere. It grows anywhere. Literally, look. It just grows. Doesn't even need a pot. Doesn't need anything. Just grow it. Okay? Propagate it. You see? I have many Oliveira from propagating. And last thing I will leave you guys with is make sure you just lead by example, guys. Lead by example. Be that future that you want to see. Okay? Sorry about the horrible camera, guys. Appreciate you guys dealing with it. I actually broke my camera on here, so that's why you might see certain blurs and stuff, because my whole camera screen is cracked. But hey, I want to get this content out for you guys. I've been procrastinating for a year. I do want to talk to you guys. I didn't have one plant here just a year ago. So this was all built within a year, and I didn't get any of the progress of building this stuff on camera. So I lost that. So now I'm ready to talk to you guys and tell you what I've learned in the process, and we could all learn together. But I appreciate you guys for stopping by. If you learned something today, give me a thumbs up. Like, subscribe, and share, please. It really helps out. Appreciate you guys. Have a groovy day.